Alrighty, so here's the next project. It's yet another Murray mower, 22 inch. It's a little bit newer than the other ones I'd been working on. Looks like I would say I think it's around the 2002 model according to that manufacture date. I think that would be August 2nd would be the manufacture date on it. But it does have a 3.8 horsepower Tecumseh engine on it. It does turn over and will fire. The safety cable is missing on it, so for right now I just had a rope there just to start it with. And then if we look under here, the blade's okay, it just needs to be sharpened. And the big thing here is I guess I'm going to have to clean out the carburetor, because there's a smell of old gas in the tank. So probably going to have to, we'll be cleaning out the carburetor. But the back wheels here are a little bit messed up. This one right here, it looks like it's missing some of the mounting hardware. So the wheels are all loose and whatnot. And then this one right here is just missing the whole mount altogether for the back wheel. So I've got a couple of wheel mechanisms here I'm going to try and make work, or at least make the hardware work on them. I think I will be able to. These wheels I think are a little too shot. They look like they're all walled out and everything. But yeah, so all I got to do under here is lift up the mower and take off whatever hardware there is keeping these wheels on, and then I will we'll put the new wheels on, and hopefully they will work well. So let me get started on that. So we now have all four wheels rolling, which is a good thing. I'll show you what the wheels were connected by. One of them was just connected by this nail here. It had just some miscellaneous hardware also with it. You know, your locking nut and etc. Obviously wouldn't serve very well with a nail in it. And then the other one was connected with a screw, and so it was wallowing around all over the place too. But I can show you all what I did. I was able to save one of the wheel mechanisms on the left rear here, because the screw, I mean, I still had the hardware and everything for it. It just had a screw here instead of the bolt. So all I had to do was replace the screw there with a bolt, and we were in good shape. It's now tight and all that good stuff. Wheel adjusters work like they're supposed to as well. So, and the right one over here, I actually had to use a wheel mechanism. I took off of a Murray mower, the one, if y'all remember, that had the big bicycle wheels, but also had the rotted out deck to it. But this works just as well. Multiple height adjusters. I can tell you one thing that I did have to do, because they were the front wheel assemblies off of that Murray, and I needed the back wheels. What I had to do is I had to take off, so you have your assembly on here like this basically, and then you have your bolt on there and maybe a couple of washers. What I had to do is take the bolt off and actually take this, and as you can see where it locks into the adjuster here that attaches to the wheel, all I had to do was actually turn it 180 degrees, and it made it work for the back wheels. So, and it works perfectly. So kind of a smart and efficient design there, if you ask me. If you got some wheel mechanisms lying around your house, then you know they could be good to use. You can use the front or the back in this case, and I think that might be the case for many that have, you know, the standard wheels like this mower does. So we've got the deck right now. The next thing we'll do is take the carburetor off and see what we can find in there. I have a feeling it'll be gummed up, but maybe we can save this one. So I've got the carburetor off here, and as you can see, it's looking pretty rough. There's a lot of stuff here on the float. Some gunk in the bowl there, and the jet's clogged. This might be salvageable though. Just got a lot of scraping to do and a lot of carb cleaning to do, and got to free up this linkage as well. But so let me get to work on it. Do a little bit of scraping, a little bit of wire brushing, and a couple other odd and end things, and maybe we'll get lucky with this one. So I got all the ports cleaned out here, so they're free of crud. Kind of cleaned out the bowl and the carburetor itself, and got the linkage freed up here. So now I'm gonna put everything back together. Hopefully it'll run. We'll find out. So I've taken it down here and I'm gonna try and start it. Just got this back for right now. Don't have the air filter on it, but let's see. Let's see if it'll even fire here. So obviously this is not a good sign. It was running pretty good, but the seal for the shaft is about shot. As you can see, it's got a bunch of play in it. I don't have a seal or anything like that for this mower, and it does seem like it's a little loud. And you know, if this was a Briggs engine, I might try and save it, but since it's a Tecumseh engine, and I've got a bunch of other engines around here to use, I'm not going to worry about saving this motor. Just because it's a Tecumseh, it's older, and it ain't worth much as it is. So I've got a couple of Briggs and Strattons under the house ready to go to put on mowers that I'm taking off the pressure washers. So I'll work on that, and I'll get an engine on here. since this deck is in decent shape. It is a shame that this engine leaking oil like that, but I can use parts on it because I've got a couple other Tecumsehs that I need to get going. So it is unfortunate, but it happens. So I'll put a different engine on this deck so I can get it out of here. These $50 mowers, they sell like wildfire. So just here working on everything. I'm not going to be able to use this engine because the shaft is different than all the others I've been taking off. So what I might do is, hopefully if the pressure washer pump is good, I might just save this as a pressure washer. If not, I got some good engine parts. I'm sure the engine runs good, but can't really use it with the shaft, and I don't really have another shaft to swap into it here. Working on this one. I don't know why they like to use, I guess on these cheap pressure washers, these Allen screws to hold the pump on, but they're not designed to really get off very easily, because you've got your Allen wrench here, and so you don't get a ton of leverage on it. These things are on pretty good, so I'm using a poor man's extension here, using a little 3/8 inch extension here and trying to get it off like that. It's working so far, but it's not the most ideal. But it does work. And this pump right here looks like it's like all the others, the way the shaft is on the engine. Hopefully I'm correct, so I can use it on one of these push mowers, because I had a guy call me yesterday asking if I had any $50 mowers available for him, and right now I don't, apart from the really old school Craftsman and the electric one that I fixed a while back. I still haven't been able to sell. So I'll get this motor off. Hopefully it's good. If it is, I'll probably put it on the small wheel deck here, since it will accommodate a low or a short shaft better than the Murray over there, although it'll be just fine once I find another engine for that. So let me continue to do this, and I'll get this engine on that deck, and we should be in business. So here's number one. It's the Murray that had the Tecumseh that was gushing oil out of the bottom seal there. And I put that Quiet Power Briggs on it. So let's give it a start and see if it'll run. It probably needs a diaphragm. But it runs pretty good otherwise. Put it back here so it doesn't really smoke up the whole thing for good. It's extremely quiet. That's good. Sounds like the diaphragm's good on it as well. The oil is clean, so I just had to top it off a little bit. Let it run for a good 10-15 minutes here. Let the smoke burn off, clean it up. So this is my final start. So here it is clean. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Ended up having to do nothing to this engine. So I took the blade off of that bicycle wheel Murray I showed earlier in the video. I was hoping to have a twofer in this video, but the other one's going to have to wait just because it's going to be a little bit more involved for me swapping engines, because I don't have any more of these engines that'll fit on a push mower. As y'all saw, the other, well, I didn't show y'all, but the other one had an incorrect shaft on it that was similar to this engine. But I do have some of the quantum type engines, but I don't have any of the air filter covers. We got the housing, but I don't have the cover to go over the air filter. So I'm going to have to either order some or wait until some get in to do that. And then the other two pressure washers I have, I think I'm going to try and save one, and then I'll probably put the engine from the other one onto that bicycle wheel Murray. So for right now, this is the one I've got. I think I've already got somebody lined up to come pick this one up. I got a call yesterday of a guy asking if I had any of the $50 mowers with adjustable wheels, and of course this is about all that I can get out of these. So I do have and the wheels are a little loose on it, but that's pretty much par for the course for all these Murrays of this vintage or of this era. So I'll give this a final start for y'all. Right here runs really quiet also. It's got the bigger muffler on it. The wheels are holding up pretty well. Just passed the running test, and if this guy doesn't come pick it up tomorrow morning, then it'll go on Craigslist and it'll probably be gone on Saturday. So still got a couple more under the house to work on, and I'll keep y'all updated on how they go. But for right now, here's another good Murray mower. That should be good for somebody. And thank y'all again for watching.